Hi guys, this is Crossy of Eclipse Gaming TV and welcome to part 25, quarter of a century of my Boyhood Dream series with Gillingham FC on FM 2015. So I'm going to throw in a bumper 3-game part for you here for a couple of reasons. One, it means that going into the weekend, the next part is going to be the final 2 games of the season, and hopefully this weekend we can get pre-season wrapped up and build our squad for the next season, whatever happens. So we've got Bradford, Preston, and I'm not sure who the third game is just yet. I'll let you know as soon as I can. But we are still languishing in the bottom spot. Nearly staged a comeback after going 3-0 down in the last game. Got to 3-2 before 4-2. And the final goal put the final nail in the coffin for us then. Also feel like the 3-game special was needed because things haven't been... Oh, Cameron Brannigan out for 5 to 7 weeks. That's annoying. Could have used him towards the later end of the season, but never mind. But yeah, things haven't been going particularly well from the technical side of things over the last couple of times. The last part I had to nip out a little bit early for football, which actually didn't go too bad by normal standards. We managed to win, and no goals for me this time, but the amount of shots I had on target, I should have put one in the back of the net. It's kind of like Andy Cole of old, scored goals but needed so many chances to get one that you kind of question their ability as such. But I don't think anyone can really say that about Andy Cole for what he did for Manchester United. But yeah, bit of a tangent there. Sorry about that. So straight into it then. Bradford, who'd still get sort of 12, 13,000 fans despite being down in League One. The wonders of having an ex-Premiership team. And it really does work wonders for you getting to that point and really getting your fan base behind you. This is the side that we are going for then. So Woodgate back in for John Egan, who got himself suspended for hacking a player down last time around. Jordan Lussey coming in for Liverpool. Going to be replacing the injured Cameron Brannigan, who's practically out for the season now, unfortunately. I'm going to stick with Ryan Kent on the left. Do I try something funky on the right? Yeah, McGlashan isn't working. McGlashan just isn't working at all. Very ineffective. So let's swap him out. Let's go for this. One thing I want to do really quickly. I'll get this one started. I can find him. No such luck. Because there is a player that I've got and have used on FIFA that's at Everton youth player. And I think I've checked him out actually, and they don't rate him as being a striker. Here we go. Attacking midfielder, left and striker. So let's get a scout report on him. See if I might be able to... Might be able to pick him up for next season, who knows. But effective, and I think could be a useful option for us, whatever happens. Aaron McLean is another player that I've got and have used in FIFA. He was on loan at Peterborough. Didn't score too many goals, to be honest. So hopefully we see the same thing again. Alongside James Hansen, who I rate very highly. I did run a Bradford series a long time ago. I think it might have been on FM 2012 I did that. And managed to get them up to the Premier League. And McQueen ghosting him behind. Possible offside there. But I think Pritchard went with him, if anything. It's getting played on. Yeah. Perfectly timed run, that. Good striker's goal. Okay, but that's left us up against it. 20 minutes already gone in this game. Rob Earnshaw outside. Ooh, not a bad effort. He hasn't skied it over the bar, which is rare for him. Chance for Dickinson. Gets a chance out on the left. Out to Ryan Kent, playing on the right this time. Pritchard out to Fish. That ball out to him asked quite a lot, to be fair. And the ball ends up in the stands. Now, if we can bring it back level before half-time, I'd be very happy with that. Earnshaw to the back stick to Kent. Catching practice for the goalie, though. Couldn't get enough behind it. Woodgate well in. Playing out from the back, up to Earnshaw. Kent, room to run. Makes full use of that. Beating 3 players out to Earnshaw, and what play that is. So whatever happens, these are 2 players I'm going to be trying to keep hold of next season if I can. Get Kent back on loan. Good ball in after taking 3 defenders out of the game, and then Earnshaw pretty much does the same with 3 defenders in there. Right, let's get after this then, boys. Pritchard out to Fish. Decent ball in, but doesn't quite beat the defender. Lussey, long range effort. Got my wrist slapped by Brendan Rodgers for not playing him often enough on Jordan Lussey. Earnshaw, oof, Joe Martin offside. Earnshaw ball in. Not quite as dangerous whipping him in as he is being in the box. Little poacher. James Hansen were undone by some good football. Stretch caught on the break. Not ball inside. Arms up in the air appealing for offside, but not going to happen. Again, Hansen tied it well. So work to do again. Kent, oof, skews it wide. Pritchard, chance to find Dak, who does. Nice, forces or manages to force a corner. Sorry. I'm so surprised we're not at the point where we're already relegated. Been saying that for about 5-6 parts, maybe even more than that. Still, just about got a slim chance of digging ourselves out of it. Gonna need to score here though on this attack if we can. Danger getting caught on the break. Fish gets a shout and man on and dispatches it into the stands. Dickinson up to Earnshaw. Through to Kent. Good save from Pickford. Not sure how much he knew about that. Slays it with his opposite hand and pushes it behind. The break's on. Well in, Joe Martin. Needed to make that. Wasn't going to get beaten that way again. On the break, 2-1. Nicely to Earnshaw. Can we get a point out of this? Possibly last attack of the game to Kent. Out to Fish on the overlap. Good ball in. Joe Martin, long range effort. Dickinson. What can he do with it? Finds Pritchard. Back of the net. Okay, that will do. Oh, Jonathan Woodgate. Being on pace, not as quick as he used to be. Well, there goes our point. Caught on the break again, probably trying to push a little too hard for those 3 points, but we need them. Time for Kent to break up the line. No, that didn't go to plan. And there we go. Relegated from Sky Bet League 1. Okay. Okay, well, Woodgate wants to go. See if I can offload a few of these players. Well, Earnshaw I want to try and keep around. Okay, so that didn't go too well with Earnshaw. I was going to try and keep him around for next year, but no such luck. Right, well, Hesty. Okay, this is quite annoying. Pretty much everyone wanting to leave. It seems like they either go one way or the other. Okay, well, let's try and offer some of these. Try and offer Heskey and Woodgate out. I get a feeling start of the next season they'll probably be talking about retirement anyway, and it'll be a little bit easier to palm them off. Team meeting, okay. Okay, well, it looks like we're not going to be keeping Earnshaw then, since he's created such a hassle in the dressing room. Well, that's fine. If that's the way he's going to be about it. And McGlashan wanted to get on his way as well, didn't he? That's fine. Right, let's see how we get on. Okay, so Conor McElhaney would be a good signing, but chance of getting him to come to us after relegation, well, that's going to be slim. Okay, so Heskey, Woodgate and Earnshaw are going to get their little black books out and try and engineer themselves a move away. Interesting. John Egan banned for 2 matches. Right, well in that case then we could do a keeping Woodgate around for 1 more game. Okay, let's get to it. Well, Luke Norris has decided he might stick around, so let's give him a little run out. May as well at this stage. Who else do I fancy rotating in? Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's go in. So I was hoping we could have a little swan song in the final 2 games and see off the players that are going to be leaving the club, but a bit of a sour taste from the way that all went down. And it's kind of a little bit disappointing, really, the way that it has worked out that way. You get 7 or 8 players you have to deal with that want to move on somewhere else. And then pretty much, oh, good save from Nelson. However you word it, they either will stick around and see who you sign, or you have to offload them, and then a lot of them just seem to dig their heels in and want to go regardless. So, yeah, not a lot you can really do about that. And sadly, a few of the players I might have been tempted to keep around as said they want to engineer a move away. Of course, we've got a few that might stick around as well, like Luke Norris being one of them. Got potential to be a good championship striker in the future. Already good enough to play in League 2 to a good level, so I could well see him up top with someone else. Norris out to Jake Hessenthaler. Another player I'd like to keep around. He's thankfully kept his mouth shut about potentially wanting to move on. And Chelsea Norris to work the channel. Drops it to Kent instead. Don't know how we haven't conceded there. Off the underside of the bar. Hack clear. We're properly up against it here, under real pressure. Glashing out to Fish. Again, catching practice for Nelson, so not conceding any before half-time, which is rare for us in itself, but wouldn't mind playing a little bit of football. Can we have our ball, please? And defensive screw-up. What a surprise. Woodgate and Calvert both miss it, trip over each other. That's far too easy. Paolo Gazzaniga, ex-Gills player. McGlashan, in behind, off the post. Gets an opportunity like that, one-on-one with the goalie. Still can't finish it. Half an hour left to play, so let's go all out. Mission to Loft, out to Kent at the back post. Hessenthaler back to Kent. Rebuilding from the back. Pritchard out to Painter. Nice one-touch, half-volley stuff. But doesn't amount to anything useful for us. Norris spreads it to Kent. Norris, back of the net. Liking that. Tidy little finish. What should I do here? No. Not really got any central midfield options to sub Hessenthaler out with. Norris tries to feed Loft in the channel. As long as we can defend this corner and this corner, which we do, that should be a fairly respectable point in the bag. Because Painter well in. All men behind the ball. Looking for an opportunity to counter-attack maybe. Into the arms of Nelson. Final minute of the game. Dispatch forwards, let's see what we can do with it. Norris taken out. Tyler Blackett, the ex-Manchester United player. And that is it. So, a point. Might have been useful earlier on in the season. But not a whole lot of use to us here, unfortunately. Jake Hessenthaler out for 3 weeks. Okay, that's fine. Now what I will try and do... No, I don't think I can make loan signings actually outside the window. I was going to, yeah. Go try and seal a couple of these guys on loan for next season again. Try and get Calvert and Ryan Kent. Maybe one of Brannigan and Lussey as well, possibly. Make the most of that arrangement with Liverpool. Okay, so final game coming up of this 3-part special. Squaring off against Rochdale. See if we can pick up a win or two. A few for pride. I think I've got... Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's promote. We've got Jake Lampard, right midfielder, and we've also got... Shane Ramsey, 16-year-old centre-back. Let's move both these lads into the senior squad and give them a little run out. Why not? Because I'm far from impressed by McGlashan out on the right. So let's see what Lampard's got for us. Woodgate's his way out. So first team debut for Ramsey. Norris can keep his spot up front after his goal in that last game. I still haven't learnt my lesson. Still haven't learnt how long it takes to save a game. Don't know why that's happened, to be honest. I think there have been some comments and feedback about it. A few things have come up about 2015 actually. The amount of time it takes to save a game, the issues that we've had with goalkeeping errors, defensive errors being far too prevalent. I know in a couple of series I've seen that, and in my own sort of personal playthroughs as well. Okay, so chance to see how we get on here. Chance a couple of the young 15, 16 year olds with bright futures ahead of them to get a start in the first team. Don't think either of them are quite up to this level yet, but nothing wrong with a first taste early on. Chance for Lampard to start straight off the bat in the first 10 minutes with a goal. 2 bites of the cherry, but doesn't come away with it. Norris out in the wing, great ball in. No one on the end of it though, as we haven't got the height of Emil Heskey in there. No one to put it away at the back post or stick it in the stands or fall over or whatever he's been doing all season. Straight away up the other end, ball in behind. That Fish losing his man. And so Ryan Kent well in. Chance to start something. Ooh. Okay, well, you can't do a lot about that. I think it was Ramsey who's already on a yellow card that just didn't get tight enough to him. Yeah, it is. Oh no, my mistake. I take it back. It was Calvert. Oh dear. He's been immense for most of the season. Probably our best centre-back. Not that that's saying a lot, to be honest. Right, well, we've got to go all out for this one. Probably would have had a little more luck if we were playing Earnshaw up front, but since he's throwing his toys out the pram and, oh, I want to play League One football. Well, what's the bet? In fact, I'll have a look. I'll see if it's sorry. I'll have a look and see if his wages per week is shown at whatever club he ends up at, and I bet he's going to be on less money. Okay, so Calvert again, given the slit. I think it was Calvert. Yeah, I think you can share blame between Calvert and Ramsey. Ball in behind. striker in between both of them, and neither of them seemed to know where he was, how to deal with it. Not ideal. Fish, hopeless ball to nobody. Bell quite luckily offside, because I don't think they were particularly dealing with him all that well. So Martin into Calvert, off the bar and over the top. Didn't force a save from the goalie, so no corner. Lampard up to Norris. Ooh. Cheeky little poke from way outside the box. Norris again. Not afraid of having a shot. Ryan Kent sliding in, misses it. And that is it, full time, game over. Chance to give a couple of the young lads a run out, which I'll probably stick with for the final 2 games, which are going to be coming up. So exciting times for this weekend upcoming. We will have, as long as nothing gets in the way of my recording schedule anyway, the final 2 games of the league season. Chance to play out some of the players that are going to be heading on to pastures new, possibly, if I'm managed to calm down from them throwing their toys at the pram. We shall see. So we'll have those final 2 games, and then we'll also go through the pre-season. A lot of that I'll probably do off camera, and then give you a bit of an update, maybe halfway through pre-season, how the squad building is going, or we'll just give you a full run through of the squad, take us into our new season in the Sky Bet League 2. We shall see, and decisions left to be made about exactly how we work that. If you've got any feedback on how you'd like me to go through the pre-season and outline how the squad building comes together, then let me know in the comment section. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there's lots of good stuff for Football Manager and otherwise still to come. Thank you very much.